Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
To him. Set. 180. Monday.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Spinning past him. Fights through, and now a crease. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big run that time by Bell. 62 yards on the ground. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Shit. Watch quick.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
Again, it's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Logan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. A big run there by Johnson. 49 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10? Looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play there. Second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dayon Buchanan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Gone!
Throws in to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Fourteen seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Set. Like 20. Jack 16. Left. Whoa! Hey! Double bump.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is TJ Logan to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A first down carry for Foster. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
22 and 44. All right, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gives it to Brown, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive, what a great way to get set up.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Rosen on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple. on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gun!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Rosen will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dobbs. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Let's go! 38! 38!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
second down. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Rosen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gone, 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 gone. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Bell. Bell sheds him off, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room.